Hi, I'm Michele Mele. Come and join me in the kitchen and we'll cook some food and sing some songs and have a wonderful time. I want to be Now we're going to do biscotti. I have modified this recipe over the years, and this one works the best for me. Half a cup of butter. So as you'll notice, the butter is soft here. The reason I'm doing it this way is simply habit, because when my children were young, I used to bake in the morning before they got up. Because once they were up, there was no doing anything. Because of that, I didn't want to wake them, so I used to always use soft butter and just mix everything up myself. Now, my nephew, of course, who has his PhD in sports nutrition, would say, all this sugar will kill you. But he does love my biscotti, and every time he comes over, he takes them home. So. Then 2 eggs, 1, hoping not to get shells in, 2, boink. Then vanilla, so not too much, so maybe a teaspoon or less of vanilla. And here, you see, I'm making orange biscotti, and usually I would have a little bit of Cointreau, but I don't have any. So we're just going to use Drambuie. Why not? So we're putting in the zest of an entire orange because that's where all the flavor comes, and it looks really pretty. I want to chase away. We're mushing this up, and then we're going to put in at least 2 cups of flour because, as you can see, it's quite liquidy. And we want to be able to roll it out. 1. And a little bit of baking powder, about 2 teaspoons. So I'm going to put these almonds that I roasted in the oven. I roast them a little bit too much, but and then you peel them. So these are, did I say almonds? They're actually hazelnuts. 3/4 of a cup of whole. This is 85% cocoa, chocolate. You can use chocolate chips though. And you break it up into little pieces. Some people say I have man hands, but you know, sometimes maybe I do. When it comes to chocolate, nothing holds me back. Chase away whatever makes you great, setting you free so you can. So parchment paper is so easy for cooking. You put it on and things don't stick, the pan stays clean. So I've divided the dough in 2. We're going to shape it into a loaf like that. The oven is on at 350, heating up. I need my daughter to come and give me some flour. Come. You better put some on my hands over here. Oh. No, a little bit more.
I'm learning.
Oh, she's so talented. Not saying, not because she's mine. Perfect. Thank you, doll. It goes in the oven like this for 20 minutes at 350. Pulling the biscotti out of the oven. We are going to let them sit for 5 minutes, which miraculously they already have. So put it on a diagonal, comme ça, and just slice it like that. And this is the reason we leave the nuts whole, because if they're little crunchies of nuts, they'll crumble all over the place and it'll actually be more difficult to cut it. And then we put them back on the pan, standing up, because we're going to bake them again, because the word biscotti means twice cooked. So we're cooking them twice, 2 times. So before we put them back in the oven, is sprinkle them with sugar. And then cinnamon. Sprinkle with cinnamon. And put them back in the oven and let them cook for 15 to 20 minutes, but watching them all the time, because you don't want them to get overcooked. I make my own breadcrumbs because I have so much leftover dried out bread, because these days nobody likes to eat bread. God forbid you should have a piece of bread and a little bit of starch. And this, my darlings, is a dream cocktail.